My name is Adam Ricks. I've worked in water for about 25 years. Started out in oil and gas, and I've worked in industry, downhole technology, so I've kind of been around the block with water. And for me, I'd say one of the more interesting components of the water sector right now is when you look at the filtration of water and you're looking at emerging contaminants, you're looking at the need to reuse water, such as the yuck factor when it comes to reusing kind of dirty wastewater. And what that means for technology is you've got to filter it much better.
Why has there been such a negative stigma with this yuck factor dealing with nasty stuff?
Sure. Human beings tend to like clean air and clean water, right? Clean forests, clean terrain. So when it comes to water, we tend to apply kind of that psychological component of needing something pure and clean. You also look at how water's marketed to us in terms of bottled water. That reinforces, I think, this psychological component that we need to have water that's never been touched before. Now, the irony, of course, is that most bottled water is just wastewater, right? Coke and Pepsi, they needed a market for what they were doing with their processed water, so they stuck it in a bottle and they called it Dasani or Aquafina, and they sold it to us. So now, when you get into the yuck factor, you need to realize that we're all just drinking dinosaur pee anyways, right? So we're just reusing water over and over and over. Sometimes water takes 20 years to go to the aquifer that then we pump it out of the ground. And what's also interesting is out in California, specifically like in Orange County, they take water from municipal sources, they pump it underground, they re-inject it into an aquifer, and then they draw it back out again. They call it spring water.
Interesting. So where are some opportunities for entrepreneurs or companies to take advantage of some of these opportunities within this yuck factor?
Well, specifically in the world of filtration, I would say activated filtration. So that's where you're taking kind of a filter media and you're charging it, like a negative charge or positive charge. If you think about your Brita filter in your refrigerator with the activated charcoal that uses, pretty old technology to clean the water. This is kind of the same concept where you're taking a filter like a mesh body and you're charging it according to what the end application is. So what's exciting to me is in a municipal setting that has, say, a water source that might be contaminated with what we call emerging contaminants. These would be endocrine disrupting pharmaceuticals, for example, in the water. If you can come up with a media, that's what we call, fancy for filter, that is charged in a way that it can tackle those problems and filter out those very tough, compounds in the water, that can go a long way to then reusing that water safely for human consumption, agriculture, aquaculture, you name it.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your time today. And if people want to get in touch or learn more, what would be the best way to do that?
I would say go to watermarkinitiative.com. That's the website of one of the companies that I'm a founder of. And you can track me down there or you can look me up on LinkedIn.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.